All right, we're recording the housing conversation. Local markets, real lives, better decisions. That's Jake Johnson, and I'm Brian Smyth, realtor guy, mortgage guy. What is happening, Jake? Happy week.
You know it, man. I mean, the best thing is, good thing Wisconsin weather's so predictable, right? Nothing but sunshine and rainbows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, cold. And, probably that means that we'll have a heat wave and the sun at some point. But, at the end of the day, fake spring is fake spring. But you know what's not fake? This is called a transition. The housing market. It's great.
Nice.
It is hot.
Super good transition. I don't know. Housing market is wow, it's something. Ups and downs.
Yeah.
We've had some political turmoil. We've had some gas prices bouncing around.
Mhm.
Oil is a big deal over here in the mortgage world, apparently.
Yeah, I heard that.
Is a probably different podcast to dig into exactly how those correlate and how deep we can get into global economics. But um, I will I will tell you that rates are better. Rates are getting a little worse. Rates are probably going to get better again. We hope.
Yep.
Um, this is great. Ear to the ground, doing the job. It sounds like maybe inventories tightening again. Are you seeing? Was there a growth? Was there more inventory and then now less? What's the story on the street?
Auction, yeah. I think we're seeing less listings. I think we're seeing stuff sit longer. I mean, 100%. Like it comes to the market, and unless it is perfect, we're talking exactly what everyone would want. It's an ideal house. It's probably going to sit a little. And that's just because it's got to be the exact perfect house for someone. Um, the opportunity there is get your ducks in a row and you can find your house. I have a client right now who we are going to get under contract, likely, knock on wood. We're
Nice.
the only we're the only offer
Okay.
in the market for 2 weeks. It's not terribly it's not overpriced, but it's got some work that needs to get done, like new carpet, that kind of thing. My buyer's like, well, great. I was gonna do that anyway. So what if we just bought the house and made the changes later? I'm like, yes, that's a
That's
great idea. That's
that's the
exactly
move.
what we should do. So kind of cool in that sense. I think there's an opportunity for everyone if you're ready to put a little bit of work in, and that could be paint, but like just
Yeah.
find a way to do that. We do have a guest host today. This is one of my four dogs. This is Brick.
Hello. Oh,
Brick's our,
there. Get
Brick's
on
our little.
you.
He's a little over 2 years old. He's our Frenchie. He's super cute. He's a rescue. We have four dogs, so I'm sure the other ones will pop up at some point. Because if Brick's getting attention, they need attention.
Yes.
But none of the rest of them can fit on my lap, so they are not allowed down here.
That is awesome. That's super
Yeah,
funny. Mine is over there being quiet and snoozy.
yeah,
Very, very relaxed afternoon. The
that's nice.
Yeah, very cool. Welcome to the show, fine furry friend. The Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to predict. It's hard to know. I always say we're not going to predict the whole market, right?
Nope.
So be ready when opportunity shows up. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I imagine that you might be saying things or maybe not. Tighten up the search, know what you must have,
Yep.
sounds like, know what you were just saying, know what you can change, know what you
Yeah.
can, what's nice to
100%.
have. Where do you draw the lines on what's the house for you? Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and just knowing that in this market is probably in any market a great thing. But then knowing it so that when the house comes, you can get in there and be a solitary offer, right? So if houses are sitting and people are being super picky and you know exactly the yes or no, and you got a yes, you can put an offer in. And I've heard people doing things like putting offers in with like, respond to me today
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I'll pay you 5 grand more. Or,
Mhm.
creative stuff where you go,
Yeah.
I want it, I'll have it, give me
Mhm.
now, which is interesting. And maybe something in this to do where you go, well, it's the only offer we have. Maybe
Yep.
it's full price. Maybe I don't know. Not my job. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's part of it is, sometimes people ask, Is it better to be first or to wait to send an offer in?
Mhm.
No, Brick, it's fine. We're not trying to talk at all. It's okay.
Of course, we're not selling the dog.
But I think it's also about knowing what you're willing to do. Like I've had clients where they say, "Well, this is our best offer." I say, "Okay." I found out we're not winning right now. Now,
Yeah,
if for $10,000 more dollars, which sounds like it's not your money, but like for roughly $100 a month in mortgage payment, right? Would you be willing to lose the house? And they're like, "Well, no." And I was like, "Okay, well then here's what we need to do."
yeah,
I'm not saying it will work, but it gives us a better opportunity. You're now competing. You're now in the driver's seat, and you've shown the seller you really want their house, and everyone wants that feeling, right? So
yep.
I think it's playing that game and just knowing what the dollars and cents are, but also, what are we comfortable doing? We're going to paint anyway. So I hate that ugly paint color. Okay. Well, you
Yep.
go to this magical store and you buy paint, and now it's the color you want.
Right.
That's okay.
And it's not close to the color you want. It's actually the color you want. And it
Right.
was, low barrier. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say 100%. That's
Yeah.
definitely something to keep in mind. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Absolutely.
It's interesting out there, and I think people think they're the Taj Mahal, Grand Pumbaa, perfect place is going to show up, and it's just like, whoa, it's that's not true in any market in
Right.
history because there's always something.
Regardless of price point, it's
Right.
true. Like it doesn't matter. Yep. I'm with you.
Right. And also what you were saying, on the offer with the financing, I think that math is hard for a lot of people out there who it's
Yeah.
just like it's not like, oh, $10,000, that's insane. And I'm like, well, dirty math, do it divided by 30 years. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh,
You're
that's
paying that bill in 30
360
years.
months. That's a lot of time. We should, just I get there's interest, but just your starting point is very different.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what else? What are you seeing? What else are you seeing out there? What's new? What's happened on the street? I know you had a busy week this week.
I mean, it's always been busy, and that's how life goes, right? Is we want to be out there talking to people, getting face to face. But I think the big thing right now, especially as agents and you as well, is we need to offer something to everyone, right? Like whether it's answering a question or reassuring about the market or just being like, "Hey, man, I don't know, but I'll get you the answer." Or I'm not the right
Mhm.
person to get that answer, but I know the guy who knows the guy who knows the guy who can be your answer.
Right.
We're super connectors. Like that's our job. We play in this sandbox every day with these people, and
Mhm.
sometimes I'm not the right guy, but I'm like, well, I don't know, and it's not Brian, but Brian knows the person who does that every day.
Mhm.
Go this way. We're gonna go that loop.
There's a path to the answer for sure, and that's
Yeah,
that's for real. I mean, we're getting it's files are not perfect out there. There are
no,
people with not great credit. There are people who are looking to do cash out refinance to fix their lives. There are people
yeah,
looking to buy that have hey, I got a bankruptcy in the last year. Is that okay? Well, let's talk through what the real scenario is. And
yeah,
you know, yes, maybe.
right,
Let's
yeah,
keep talking.
mhm,
And again, that's why you want to work with trained professionals who know people who are trained professionals who are, I don't like to say creative, but but willing to take the next steps to understand the full picture is probably
yeah,
the better way, where it's like,
yeah,
hey, take another couple of steps and ask one or two more questions to get exactly what's going on. And
yep,
I'm finding that you end up with deals that many walked away from that can be done and should be done.
yeah.
So,
Well, think about that. Like, my friends who reached out to me and they was like, I know where they wanted to live, and I
mhm,
knew there was some stuff, and they told me their credit scores, and I was like, I think we can do that. And that's why I sent him over in your direction. Totally honesty, right? I sent him to you because I was like, Brian, you'll look at the picture. And if we can't do it, we can't do it. But
right.
let's at least have those conversations. And if it can't happen today, maybe it's in 3 months. Maybe it's something really simple to fix.
Yeah.
But until we look at the whole package, we can't know. And wouldn't it be better to hear hey, in 3 months you can have your dream house?
You
Oh, how
don't
would I do that?
you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
One. And then two, you follow that up and it's like, hey, what about, if I do know and it's not going to work, then
Yeah.
there's an answer to how to make that so that it will work at some point. So the longer you wait, the worse, the longer you
Mhm.
wait, just
Yep.
for lack of better language. Yeah, but it is. It's the longer you wait to know what the problem is, you're just offsetting the time of when you can start fixing that
Mhm.
problem. So,
Yeah. That's very, very true.
All right, dad joke.
Yes.
Why do lobsters never give to charity?
I don't know why.
Because they're really shellfish.
Yes.
It's good.
Perfect. I
It's,
love it. I'm in.
that's
You
a
gotta
deal.
watch out for those shellfish folks. They're dangerous.
Yeah.
They're quite
So
sometimes you might call them shrimp. They're too small.
small lobsters.
Yep.
Lobsters. I was thinking
Hmm.
of Friends episode. Oh, he's her lobster. the All right, yeah. And then with the charity thing, that's something. Takeaway for the week. There's plenty of people out there looking for help. There's plenty of people out there looking for an invitation to help. My big thing recently has been you surprise yourself and others with, hey, I either have something or need something. Let's go do something. That could be, near and dear to many things. I like Special Olympics. I'm doing Cub Scouts. I'm doing
Yep.
athletics. We're doing school. We're doing church. We're doing, there's stuff. And I was saying recently, sometimes I'm like, man, I got a need to go or a desire to go and do something cool. I wonder why more people don't invite more people to do cool things.
There you go. Yep.
So be an inviter and then be a joiner for great stuff.
Love it. Yes. Be a joiner. That's good. I'm with you there. That might be a good slogan for this week.
Be a joiner.
Yeah.
Do good and right things. And that will be, could be a pet rescue.
Yeah. Right, Brick? People should be joiners, right? Yes.
Kibbles for all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that, I think sign off.
You got it.
Quick Trip, not a sponsor, but we will.
See you next time.